members of EUCOM and our mission partners. On behalf of the United States European Command, Heritage, and Observance Committee, welcome to EUCOM's first annual Juneteenth Day celebration. Please, at this time, let's welcome the Commandant of EUCOM, Colonel Ryan K. Roseberry.
Hey, thanks for inviting me here for this. I can get used to this. Nice weather, brand new J-Mall. So this is a great day. Any day out of the office is a great day. But before we get started with the few brief remarks I have, I just want to thank everyone who made today possible. It starts with our Heritage and Observance Committee. It starts with DISA, who is here doing this with us today. The Commandant Office, the Red Cross, who just set up their tent down there, and the Chief Petty Officer Association, or MESS, who provided the food for today's event. So, on behalf of the United States European Command Team, we're honored today to participate in the annual commemoration of the Juneteenth as a federal holiday. June 19th, 2022 marks the 150th anniversary of the last African American slaves being freed in Texas. 2 years after President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation declaring that all persons held as slaves within the rebellious states are and henceforth shall be free. So two years later, we freed the last slaves in Texas. This day holds particular significance for the United States military since it marks a date in 1865 on which Union soldiers, led by Army Major General Gordon Granger, issued the famous General Order No. 3 informing the people of Texas that all slaves are free. We are proud to build upon that legacy of the emancipation as we work to defend our freedoms and to make real the full promise of American democracy for all of our citizens on June 19th and every day. On June 19th and on Juneteenth, we recommit ourselves to the work of equity, equality, and justice, and we celebrate the centuries of struggle, courage, and hope that have brought us to this time of progress and possibility. That work's been led throughout our history by abolitionists and educators, civil rights advocates and lawyers, courageous activists, public officials, the military, and everyday Americans who have helped make real the ideals of our nation's founding documents for all. I wish our outstanding service members and our dedicated civilian workforce a meaningful Juneteenth. I'm looking forward to the excellent recognition and celebration our amazing Heritage Committees prepared for us today, as they always do, stronger together.
Okay, again, we want to thank everyone, welcome everyone for coming out. I know it may sound strange sometimes that we are talking from North Carolina, not trying to...
Come on and raise up.
North Carolina. So, there's a couple of things that I want to put out, I want to say. I want to, first of all, give a very, very, very special thanks to our Heritage and Observance Committee. We've done a lot of great events over the past year and a half in conjunction with DISA Europe, in particular, Sergeant First Class Wingate. But one for these folks, this would never have been possible. We spent a lot of good time, a lot of energy on this because it's for a good cause. So, with that said, before, during, and after slavery, poetry was still. See, I'm a little nervous now. Oh, excuse me.
You can do it.
I can do it. Someone said I can do it? Come on, y'all. I can do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, before, during, and after slavery, poetry was and still is today, healed the soul, soothed the mind, and warmed the heart. In a moment, we will present 3 beautiful sheets of poetry. I, Vic Arthur, will recite the first poem. Sergeant First Class Christopher Wingate from DISA Europe will recite the second. And the third will be recited by EUCOM's ECJ1's Pure 1 Terrence Simpkins. Please, folks, listen to these words of poetry with your heart, with your soul, and with your mind. Then after we read poetry, and y'all listen to the poetry, we just gonna sit eat and drink Coke, water, or what we have, play cards, and eat. So, this is the first poem, and it's from the eyes of a slave. Today, we celebrate freedom. Not freedom of religion, not freedom of speech, not freedom to bear arms. Today, we celebrate the joy of being free men and free women. Today, we celebrate the freedom from slavery. For centuries, we as people lived scared, afraid, and without hope. The word future, for too many of us, was just a word. Freedom was just a word, not a dream. Today, we come from centuries of heartache and prayer. We heard the sound of freedom. Today, we heard the sound of being human. Today, by God, we are free men and free women. We are free from slavery. Today, through our darkness, pain, tears, and suffering, we celebrate. Across the land, our women, men, and children are dancing in the fields, in the streets, and in their souls. Our children are playing in their hearts, and some people of the world are smiling. The hideous act of slavery is over. It's time to rejoice, time to dance, time to sing, and a time to praise. Time to forgive or not to forgive. Throughout time, these are questions that will require answers, honest answers. But today, my God, we celebrate. We celebrate because today we are free men and free women, free little boys and free little girls. If I can look into the future, I will sing these beautiful words from an old Negro spiritual made famous by a doctor and a free man. Free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last. Thank you.
In Juneteenth's embrace, in echoes of time to remembrance, I stand, a white man, humbly seeking to understand Juneteenth's significance, its profound worth, to grasp the depths of a nation's birth, the history intertwined, a painful divide, shackles and chains that scar humanity wide. I glimpse the shadows of a shared past, of struggles endured, hopes that outlast. From distant shores across the sea, my ancestors arrived, yearning to be free. Yet ignorance and privilege hid from their sight the pain and struggles born in another's fight. But now I listen with open heart and mind to stories untold, to voices I find. A chorus of resilience, strength, and grace. The legacy of Juneteenth weaves its embrace. In Texas, 1865, 2 years had passed since proclamation strive. Union soldiers arrived, their message conveyed. Emancipation's truth is belatedly displayed. Joys and tears mingled in that celebration's air. For the enslaved, liberation, a bittersweet affair. A proclamation whispered, a promise to set free. Emancipation's call, the birth of Jubilee. Through struggles and strides, a long journey unfolds. To bridge the divide, to heal what time molds. I stand here today, pledging to ally in the face of injustice, with courage and empathy. As a father of a different shade of skin, our love transcends to my diverse kin. As a white father to these children so dear, I pledge to stand by them year after year, to champion justice, equality, and peace, to ensure their dreams and hopes increase. For Juneteenth speaks not just to one race, but to humanity's journey seeking embrace, to mend the wounds, to build bridges anew. Together we rise with compassion as our view. In the tapestry of history, let it be known, Juneteenth's legacy is not for one alone, but for every soul yearning to be free, united in the quest for justice's decree. From the depths of my soul, I humbly proclaim, in the spirit of Juneteenth, we can reclaim a brighter horizon where equality shines in the tapestry of humanity's intertwining lines. Ladies and gentlemen, may this poem serve as a testament to the importance of Juneteenth and the commitment to understanding and unity across racial lines. As a stepfather of black children, I will always emphasize the power of love, unity, and the celebration of diversity. May it inspire a journey towards justice, equality, and a brighter future for all. Brian, Joseph, will you please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to my inspiration for going on through my daily life.